One thing I can tell you, wow, he's frying up some food over there. That was loud. One thing I can tell you about Vietnam that's different than Thailand is there's a lot of choices for vegetarian food, vegetarian restaurants. Now, in Chiang Mai, in Thailand, there's a lot of options for vegetarian, but not so much everywhere else. And we're eating some vegetarian food, and it's really good. This place we found, we get this over the rice, and I'll try and put an overlay how much it costs, but they have all this food prepared, and you just ask for what you want over the rice. Pretty cool, and you get a bowl of soup with it. Each day a different kind of soup too, huh?
Yeah, every day different.
Aroy mai? Delicious, huh? Yeah, aroy mai. So Nat, how much was our 2 plates with our soups? She doesn't know.
Tell you later.
No, tell me now. What do you have left? You gave her 500, right?
Yeah.
And you got 400 and you got 400 and what's 40, so it was 60,000, right? Yeah. 60.
Yeah, 60.
We can see who handles the money here, right? Yeah, 60,000. Yeah, delicious. That's almost 100 baht. About 100 baht. Good, huh? And free tea. We like the hot tea, right? Yeah. All right, let's go.
And the outside temperature is around 30 degrees Celsius.
Do you think Vietnam might be an option for your retirement? Let's talk about how much it costs to live in Vietnam.
Yes.
Hey, JC and Nat here. And we've been in Vietnam for about a month.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about some of the costs because people are interested in Vietnam possibly as a retirement option. And if you've been watching our channel over the years, we've usually talked about Thailand, but with new regulations, some people can't live in Thailand. And so we're going to talk about what it costs to live in Vietnam. Sound like a good idea?
Good idea.
So our job is to get them from where they are now to where they want to be, and that's a retirement in Southeast Asia. Keep in mind, my website is retirecheap.Asia, not Thailand. So as I go through these costs, keep in mind your mileage might vary. The costs in Vietnam go from inexpensive, comparable to Thailand if you wanted to live inexpensively or cheap, all the way to expensive if you wanted expensive. So let's talk about some of these costs. These that I'm going to give are on the low end because a lot of people have a fixed budget that they're going to retire on, so I want to help them out. And so we'll talk about some of these costs. You could easily double or triple what I'm going to tell you though. So in smaller urban areas outside of a main city, 1 or 2 bedroom apartment with the horn or without the horn.
With the horn.
With the horn costs around $300 to $500 a month. We've got a place, well here, let me show you what we got for about, I think it was about $310 a month. Check this out. Hey YouTubers, I want to get you up to speed of what's available in Vietnam. If you look now, there's a lot of Facebook groups and stuff where you can find information about everything. And you can buy motorbikes, you can buy utensils, you can buy appliances, and you can find apartments. I found this apartment on a Facebook group and I want to share it with you all. Now, I'm not advocating or touting this place. I just want to show you what's available. If you look, now you could probably find places cheaper. I know I could. But I was looking for a balance, and what I wanted was a view and a good price, a good value, good landlord, things like that. So let me share with you what we've got here. This is our digs here. And as you come in the door, we've got 2 rooms. One room is living room / kitchen / dining room. So this is our living room, dining room, and kitchenette. In the kitchenette we've got range hood, cooktop, hot water, and the water in the sink. And by the way, this place that we're in now has a piped hot water throughout the building. So we get hot water in the sink, we get hot water in the bathroom, in both the sink and the shower. Let me show you. Here's the shower facility, or the bathroom here. And so we got a sink, a toilet, and a washing machine in this bathroom. And got a view out the balcony, a refrigerator, a microwave. And if we go into the bedroom, we have TV, king-size bed, the bathroom again with piped hot water, and guess what? A shower enclosure. I know that makes some people happy. They have a thing about getting the floors wet in bathrooms. For me, it's not an issue, but I know some of you all would also like that piped hot water throughout the building too, huh? Yeah, I know it's a plus for a lot of people. Now let me show you the view. Here's our balcony. And so we've got 2 balconies. They're making cushions for our chairs here. And we got this view. Not bad, huh? So at this point, you're probably saying, okay, JC, yeah, it's a nice place. What are you paying for that, huh? You ready? Now, I could have found stuff cheaper. I did find stuff cheaper, but I chose this, paid a little bit more because of a number of things. One is the location, the landlord. It's brand new. Nobody's even been in this room. We're the first ones. So the place is still under construction, actually. But we get to move in, and it includes all utilities as well. Guess how much? Come on, guess how much? $350 a month. I know in Chiang Mai I can find a place for $100 a month, maybe $125, but it's a 1 room with a bathroom, and I like this. This makes me feel like I have an apartment with a great view. So, good deal. And the landlords are phenomenal as well. So I just want to share that with you all. Remember, if you move to Southeast Asia for your retirement, you can get more life for less money. That's a given. And you can find things like this as well. So remember, when it comes to housing, there's what? That's right. Always an option. I think this is a good option for us, though. I should give 2 thumbs up, but I got to hold the camera. See you, JC, out. So there you go. That's what we got for that amount of money, which is a little over $300. And I think it's a great deal. They do have studios, though, that you can get 1 room for between 200 and 350 US dollars a month. So I think, how much is that in about 12,000 baht? $300, something like that. So if you compare, you can get something in Thailand, look at 12,000, then compare with what you saw us get. So we're pretty happy with it. Brand new place. You know, doctor visits and medication are both very inexpensive here, but the medical's not going to be as good as Thailand. Thailand is like the #1 medical tourism destination in the world. So don't expect to go. And we went and checked out the hospital in Dalat, and it was a public hospital, just like a Thai public hospital. That's the best you're going to get in this area. And if you want anything better than that, you'd have to go out of this area, probably to Nha Trang or Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang, and then you can get something better. Now, I've heard there's medical insurance available within Vietnam, and there's a writer by the name of Rick Ellis. He's going to do a whole article about this. Maybe I can even interview him next time we're here. And he's going to talk about insurance and what's available in Vietnam. But Vietnamese company provides insurance, 20,000 inpatient coverage. That's 20,000 US dollars at a cost of about $250 a year. But he doesn't have that anymore, and he'll probably tell you why. So it's not very comprehensive, and as you get older, they sort of cut you off and stuff like that. But my Pacific Cross that I pay $126 a month for is available in Vietnam, and so that's an option, and I'll try and remember to put a link for that in the description. It's starting to rain a little bit, isn't it? Yeah, we're getting a little bit wet doing this. We'll see if we can't finish it up, though. So the insurance, I'll try and put the link to Pacific Cross if I can remember, but I pay $126 a month, and I get incredible coverage. And it covers me both in Vietnam and Thailand. If I get it in one country, I can travel between the two, and even covers me in the U.S., but with a copay of like 30% or something like that. Visa. Now, eligibility for visa type depends on what country you come from. Like, some people get 30 days, like Thai, 30 days visa exempt. I can get, as an American, a 1-year tourist visa that's multiple entry. But keep in mind, they don't have a retirement visa program yet. But I read that one might be coming, so that'd be really cool, and I'll let you know if that happens. Now, I can get a 1-year business visa. Other people from America can get a 1-year business visa. People that aren't from America have to get like a work permit and a temporary residence, from what I understand. But as an American, you get a 1-year business visa. It costs about $260 for that. And that's for the letter, the pre-approval letter. And then once you get to the airport, they'll stamp you for $135 stamping fee. But with a business visa, you don't have to leave at all. With a tourist visa, 1-year tourist visa, every 90 days you have to leave the country. And I heard travel agents can do that with your passport. I don't know if they take the passport or not, or how they do that, but you can probably get it done. But business visa, you don't have to leave at all. Everywhere we go to do the videos, there's always people talking. And the funny thing about this is, Thai people speak very softly, you know. But Vietnamese people, they talk loud, like sort of like Chinese as well. They speak loud. I always think that they're arguing or something, you know. No, they're not arguing. And so that's the visa opportunities that you have, or the options. Now, as far as eating, you can eat in the carts on the street. We do that a lot. We get the great eggs in a pan with some banh mi, the baguettes, really good.
Noodle soup.
Noodle soups, For about $5 a day, you could eat if you're going to eat that style.
Rice and food.
Yeah, rice and chicken, stuff like that. That's like 40,000, something like that.
Sheep, Mực,
fish. Fish, shrimp, squid, and that's inexpensive if you eat that way. Now, if you go into a restaurant that's a higher standard and better surroundings and everything, eat in a better restaurant, you can pay a little more, probably 40,000. We can go eat at a good restaurant, really good restaurant, and come out of there with about a $10 bill, 10, 15 US dollar bill. And speaking of restaurants, I'll put them on mapsandmore.com. and I'll remember to put a link in the description. A couple places I want to. We're in Dalat right now, and so there's a place Trong's, which you can get breakfast. Incredible. You know, we eat a lot of Vietnamese food. Every once in a while, you want something special, and there's a place called Trong that has my egg coffee.
Yeah.
Speaking of coffee. But they have the egg coffee, which the place that I mentioned before, last year, I think it was last year, egg coffee, and Dalat is gone, closed down. I think somebody asked me about that on YouTube, and I wasn't sure. But it was closed, but Trong's, and the link will be in the description, Vietnamese egg coffee for 55,000 dong. Great. Eggs Florentine on it almost looked like a hamburger bun, but the bread was so thick. But it was... like an English muffin with with spinach and poached. Oh, it was delicious. Really a special treat. Nat gets rice with spiced pork, like an omelet over rice. Oh, incredible. Tiramisu, great place. So if you're looking for something special and it's not that expensive, check out Trong's. And the other one I wanted to mention that is really great, one of our YouTubers I hooked up here with, George and Toom.
Yeah.
They turned us on to, and Larry, one of our members who's living now in Dalat. He came from Philippines, and we did a video with him.
Yeah.
He also loves this place, and it's an Indian restaurant called Ganesh. Ganesh. I don't know if it's Ganesh or Ganesh. Ganesh, and I'll put the link to that in Map Some More as well. And great Indian food. Might be the best Indian food I've ever eaten. Anywhere. In Chiang Mai, there's a lot of Indian restaurants. This is really good. The chicken, what was it? Garlic chicken kebab. Oh, and Nat loves the tandoori chicken. Oh, great. Saffron rice, the rice, everything was good there. The cheese garlic naan, the bread, it's like this big. Check in. A great place. And if you go there, the manager's name is Chandi. Tell him JC from YouTube sent you. And so, great guy too. He's a good guy. So check those out. But you can eat for about $5 a day if you eat street food. So keep that in mind. If you look around and you choose wisely, and you use local products instead of like imported products, it can be inexpensive, but it's going to be harder to find imported products here than it is in Thailand. It's one of the downsides. There's a few downsides of being in Vietnam. One is the products that are available. There's almost anywhere now in a bigger city in Thailand, there's stores that sell imported products, and you can get almost everything from any country. And so that's not like in Vietnam. We have like a big C department store / grocery store, and they don't have a lot of products. You can save a lot of money if you get the local products instead of looking for imported. Okay, transportation. A lot of people don't want to deal with the motorbikes. Nat drove the motorbike. What did you think?
So exciting.
Yeah, she got excited. She said, that's cool. But a foreigner that's aging might not want to do that. Now, Grab motorbike is like Uber. They have the motorbike. And they'll come and it's real inexpensive. Let them do the driving. Or you can take taxis. Taxis are everywhere, and there's apps for taxis as well. A typical 15 to 20 minute taxi ride is less than $5, which is about 100,000 Vietnamese dong, and that's in a regular taxi. You get the Grab motorbike, and it's a lot less money. George, the YouTube viewer that he turned us on to the Indian restaurant, he walks everywhere or takes the Grab motorbike taxi. And so if you're in Saigon or Da Nang, and those are great options. And the taxis are very comfortable, they're new, they're inexpensive, and if you're a little more brave, you can get on the motorbike taxi, right? So that's how much transportation is going to cost. So figure $20, $25 a week for transportation to get around. Okay, somebody on YouTube said, one thing bad about Vietnam, you can't own a car. You can own a car. You can own a motorbike really easy. And the motorbike, you just give them the money and they give you the motorbike and a blue card, and you carry around the blue card. But if you're going to buy a motorbike that way, make sure that the numbers on the blue card they give you, which is basically the title, match the numbers that are on the motorbike, because a big scam is these bogus blue cards that the numbers don't match or they've been fudged. So make sure those numbers match. Now, if you want to own a car, you got to live and work in Vietnam. You can't come on vacation and get a car. You have to be working, so you have to have, here, this is what you need. You got to have a valid passport, you got to have a visa that's longer than 3 months, and you got to have a valid work permit and a Vietnamese driver's license, and you can buy a car. So the person that said you can't own a car in Vietnam, that is incorrect. And if you're looking for a motorbike that's in good condition, you can buy one not so good for $200-300. Nat's laughing. And if you want a really good, decent one that's going to get you around with no problems, budget in around $500 and you get a good one. Now, as far as infrastructure like internet, we got the SIM card when we arrived. It's very inexpensive, and you can top it up and add money, and you can get data for that, like 4G. But everywhere you go here has free Wi-Fi. Everywhere. So if you didn't want to keep putting money in to like a data card, the data on a SIM card, you can just show up anywhere. Coffee shops, restaurants, anywhere has free Wi-Fi. So you don't really have to even pay for that if you didn't want to. So unless you're going to actually be doing work on your computer in your home or where you stay, you can actually just use the Wi-Fi. So that's a really good way to save money if you're not going to actually do work on the computer. Now, things like razors, deodorant, toothpaste, things like that aren't expensive, so we don't even need to go into those. Laundry expense is minimal, about $5 US a week. You can budget for your laundry and you'll be good to go. So you can live on a good budget between $800 and $1,000 a month here. Very good. So I think it's a great value for a foreigner that wants to come live in Southeast Asia and can't comply to Thailand. You don't have to have money coming into a Vietnamese bank. And I talked about the banking system. You can open a bank account here on a tourist visa, but you got to have money transferred into the account. You can't walk up and pay cash and put it into your account. But they have apps for your phone to do the banking online, and so all that's good. No money has to come in, no 90-day reporting. So there's always
option.
So think about Vietnam. We'll be back again, probably in a few months or something, because I want to cover some more things for you all, talk about some of the nuances of Vietnam. But we've been here a month. We're going to be heading back to Thailand. But I wanted to report back to you what we found. And if you have any questions about what you'd like us to cover, next time we come over,
Put down here.
Put downstairs. Put underneath here in the comments, and like and subscribe, and think about becoming one of our members in our member site. We will help you out to make sure you get where you want to be. So it's starting to rain. Nat and I are going to bail here, get on the motorbike, and we're out of here. See ya.
Bye.
Hey, JC here. My goal is always to help you get from where you are now to where you want to be, which is probably a life in Thailand. And I know a lot of questions come up about all sorts of things regarding insurance and vehicles, transportation, housing, relationships, getting licenses, all that stuff. And I want to help you by answering as many questions as I can. And if I can't answer them, then I'll reach out to you personally. But I'm going to leave a link in the description to where you can click on that and be able to tell me what it is that you're interested in and what kind of information, and I'll be able to try and answer it, because I'm probably not going to be able to answer it within the YouTube comments anymore because of time constraints. It's just getting to be too much of a task to go through all the comments. So if you have a question, direct it to me. There'll be a link in the description, and I'll be back in touch with you to try and get as much relevant information to you as I can. Remember, when it comes to getting the information you need about retiring in Thailand, there's always an option. See you, JC out. Hey, JC here. If you like that video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel here. Also, we have another video up here you're going to be really interested in watching as well. And if you're looking for all the details of how to retire in Thailand in one place, plus a group of people to support you, check this out over here. Give it a click.